What's up, guys? Long time no see. It is May. I'm on a quest here. I've been doing a lot of reading lately. There's a dog here. I want to say recently, but it's probably been like at least 6 months since I did this. On my bookshelf, I flipped all my books from being spine out to like this, and all the books I've read are still spine out. So whenever I read a book, it goes back on the shelf from this to that. So we see the spine. I'm on a mission to try to knock down my TBR from there as much as I can, as quickly as I can. So I have found some free audiobooks that I'm listening to at 2 times speed, and I'm going to try it on my days that I pretty much don't have work this month. We're going to see if we can knock out a book a day. And then on top of that, I'm just reading whatever I want on my Kindle at the same time. So this time we're doing Tattooist of Auschwitz. The Tattooist of Auschwitz. There's my English. I found the free audiobook on YouTube. Normal speed, it is 4 hours and 20 minutes, and I have it on 2 times speed, so it'll be about 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I'm gonna get myself a little bit of food real quick, a Dr. Pepper, because I gotta have energy. And I'm gonna listen to this and see if we can knock out this book today. Stay tuned. Alright, I took a little bit of a break from the whole, recording stuff, but I did finish Tattooist of Auschwitz. I actually, at one point, had to go for a walk and listen to it because I was about to fall asleep. But, I mean, it was a good book. I would say it's about maybe 3.5 to a 4-star read for me. I love topics about the Holocaust just because I connect with it because of my family's history. But, I mean, overall, it was just a good book. It had a little bit of a romance in there, but Sleepy Girl. It is May 10th, Mother's Day, so this is book 1 of this whole thing for the month. Actually, I've book 2 that I finished this month, but this is the first book of my book a day on my days off. So we will see what I can do this week, because I don't technically have a day off, but in a way I have 2 days off. So I'm scheduled for one thing for like 2 hours on Tuesday night, so I have all day Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I'm pretty much off as well, except for I've got one tiny thing scheduled in the evening, again, for work. An hour and a half. So, days off, but also, I'm working. So, we'll see what else other books I can get done. I will see if I can just make one big vlog with all of this, just kind of in general showing. I wish I could really summarize this better, but I can't. But it really just follows, I'm going to guess it's this one, Lolly in Auschwitz as he gets there. It has different time frames that he's there. He's a tattooist, so he sees about, he tattoos the men, women, children. It did mention some big topics in there, and the way they brought it up was crazy, because it was the Joseph Mengele. So, the one about the twins. Apparently, that doctor was in there at one point looking at stuff. And then, really, it was just a story about how about how Lolly met Gita? Great. I can't remember the name. Hold on. Gita. And then just kind of his time trying to be with her from there, and then afterwards. But it was a good read. I'd recommend it to anyone, if you want to know more about, what it's like in, for the Holocaust, what it was like, because this really touches a good portion on it. But I will get to the next book on Tuesday. I think we're going to take a nice break from that and do one that my brother's been wanting me to read. He's got a whole series of like 14 books he's been wanting me to read, and I've only read one of them. So I'm gonna look at doing book 2, which is like an action adventure spy kind of book for like middle school, early high school. Shouldn't be too hard, right? We'll see. Get you in the By the way, as I get more books and things get crazy on here, I will be reorganizing. So like for down here, 2 of the books between these 2 series. So Grandest Game, the Glorious Rivals one comes out paperback, I think in September. And then Games Untold, which is like after Brothers Hawthorne, it comes out in paperback next month. So I'll be getting those to put in there, and then this shelf will be rearranged. This is the one that's got mostly my like historical fiction, the historical book. So like that one at the end is the Diary of Anne Frank. I've got Tattooist of Auschwitz and all the ones in the middle. Obviously this shelf I've got 1 book left. I'm reading that one right now. I'm about a quarter of a way done with it. This one I've gotten a bunch of new ones. I've actually read all of these. Well, not all of them. The ones that I flipped around I've already read. I can definitely go over those a little bit. And then I've got over here as well. I need to fix the DC Icon ones because that hardback there, I have the second book as paperback. And unfortunately, it got, I don't know what happened, but it got something on it. It got moldy and it's destroyed, so I have to replace that. Plus, that one's the Harley Quinn, so I need all 3 Harley Quinn books to finish that one up. I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember at all what any of these books over here are. Actually, next to Eye of Mines are the next 2 books in that trilogy. I need to get for this one Descent, which is the last book in the Peak Marcello series. And then over here is the Alex Rider ones that my brother's been wanting me to read. So I got to get those done. And over here I will be getting 4 to go with it. And then I'm hoping I can start getting some like collector's editions of those. And then Hunger Games, same thing. But I will be updating as I actually get to organize. Sorry, I hit the stop button at the end of that. I'm going to keep updating everything, but I will give it like more in-depth on all of this as I get the books finished and as well as get the physical books. We are going to be putting in floating bookshelves over there. I've got a chair that is stuck out there that is going to go in here in that corner, and that's going to be my whole reading corner. I'm eventually wanting to organize our bookshelves a little more. I'm wanting to replace at least 4 of these of the 5 bookshelves. That one we can't because the light switch, but I want to get like the bigger 6 shelf bookcases to organize it. And I kind of want to, if I can get Max on board, want to go through and organize not by my books versus his books, but organized by genre. So like have an area with all the history books. We could put all his Star Wars books in with like some of the other sci-fi stuff, have all my fantasy, etc. That way when we have kids, they can easily know where things are and not be like, well, which bookshelf is it on? Obviously over here I pulled all these off my shelf. These are a lot of the like elementary to early middle school level books that I have either have or haven't read, but I want these to be like for our future kids. But this is kind of the progress on the bookshelves as we speak, as well as my Heritage livery. American Airlines planes. I just got that one. Isn't she pretty?